Welcome to Toffee TV. Me and Andy are going to talk about James Rodríguez. Hola to all of our Spanish viewers. That's all the Spanish you're getting, I'm afraid. Andy, James Rodríguez, an Everton player. The club announced it last night. Obviously, we saw him in Liverpool last week. We saw all the stuff, the fanfare that's gone with it, reveals in Lime Street and images in Bogota on buildings and everything else, and it's created quite a buzz.
Yeah, it's different for Everton, isn't it, I suppose? I know we've had, when we brought Rooney back, that was quite a feel-good moment. This seems more of a global sort of push. Obviously, we the stories about us opening offices in America. I think that, it's exciting, really, as an Evertonian. I'm glad they did it later in the day because it allowed for the Colombian television and radio to pick it up as they wanted to. So, yeah, I think, at the end of the day, I think it's going to be a real positive for Everton off the pitch and hopefully, obviously, on the pitch as well.
He's obviously a global superstar, isn't he? You're looking at, I think we mentioned it yesterday, but on Twitter alone, he's got more followers than 19 Premier League clubs, and I think he's the sixth most, or the eighth in the top 8 most popular sportsman in the world, and it's incredible, really. I certainly wasn't aware he was that big. Obviously, he's a superstar footballer, but I wasn't aware he was that big. But just coming to Everton and seeing the reveal, and then seeing, even players like the likes of Thomas Muller wishing him well, and things like that. I see the funniest reply was someone saying he knows who we are, or something like that, which I thought was quite funny.
Bayern Munich know who we are.
Yeah, but it shows, but it shows the impact, doesn't it, of having a player who attracts this much interest all over, on a global scale, really.
Yeah, I think that's I guess a quarter of the real value of James to us, in the fact that he is such a globally well-renowned superstar. It puts Everton on the front pages of South American newspapers. In America as well, the Latin part of America, he's such a big star, and that's why Everton obviously opened up offices in America. I think it's a win-win on that front. On this pitch, obviously, we hope it's even more of a win-win because that's where it counts. But it's a big deal for Everton. I love the big billboard in the city. The other stuff that we did, the stuff in Bogota. Yeah, it's exciting. I think for Evertonians as well, it's nice to be that we've got this, it's not obviously we want to win trophies and stuff, but it's nice that we've got this recognition for signing a player, and we wouldn't have been able to have done that, I guess, without Carlo Ancelotti being our manager, also in his own right to star, I guess.
Well, exactly. I mean, that's the key thing with this transfer, isn't it? Let's, as much as us as Evertonians, we're the biggest club in the world to us. Without Carlo Ancelotti, a superstar like James Rodríguez wouldn't be coming to Everton.
Bashir, obviously back in the deal as well. Yeah.
So it is exciting times. Let's talk about the actual footballer. That was his profile, which is fantastic, and it's everywhere. And he looks great in the kit, and someone put the most perfect set of teeth they've ever seen on a footballer, and everything else. We know all that. He's a good-looking lad, but actually, his footballing ability is, when he's fit and when he's at the top of his game, he's an incredible footballer, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Everton haven't had, Andrei Kanchelskis maybe when he was at his best was probably the last footballer who had of this level of talent. Don't be wrong, Romelu Lukaku and others were good players, but we're talking about a player at his best when he's at his fittest, being amongst the top 10 players in the world. You can flip-flop wherever you want in them top 10 where he is. Just incredible skill, incredible intelligence, vision. We haven't had, if you can play obviously to that level, then Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison are going to really benefit from it, aren't they? I think, I'm excited from that point. Obviously I raised some concerns about certain things, but then Daisy here now, so he gets my full support as an Evertonian, and I think I'm excited to see what he does on the pitch because as a passer of the ball, never mind he scores wonderful goals, but as a passer, I love a good passer of the ball, and he can do anything with the ball, really. He can shape it however he wants, fades. He's just a great footballer, really. The
last World Cup Golden Boot winner since Gary Lineker.
Well, we've got 2 of them on the books now. I think Tottenham and another club. We've got the only clubs that have got 2 in the league. Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
So incredible. Obviously, he come to most people's attention in that 2014 World Cup when he won the Golden Boot, but the volley.
It's the look, isn't it? Yeah.
The look where the keeper is on the chest, left foot, in off the underside of the bar, which makes it even better. And he was obviously fantastic at that, at that World Cup, and got a move to Real Madrid from it because he'd done so well. And obviously that's where him and Carlo Ancelotti's paths crossed.
Yeah, his first season,
And he had a great season with Ancelotti there.
13 goals, 13 assists. Yeah, if he did that here, that would put him in, 26 goal contributions. That would put him near the top of the league. Yeah, that's what we need. I'm not saying we're going to expect that from him, but that's that level of, output's unbelievable. It's really, we never even had anyone in midfield who could do that last season.
No, not at all. On his left foot, I would suggest probably the best left-footed player we will have had since Kevin Sheedy without it.
Yeah, as I've said,
Baines is fantastic left foot, but
as I said on his day, in terms of passing, he's probably just because De Bruyne has obviously been fit playing the last couple of years, probably just behind De Bruyne in the Premier League in terms of talent and how to pass the ball. That's how good he is.
Absolutely incredible. I mean, his numbers for games, competitive games played there. 338 games, 104 goals, 124 assists, capped 76 times by Colombia and scored 22 international goals. Contribute to 338 games and contributing to 228 goals.
It's more than 1 and 2, isn't it? That's what you want, isn't it? That's an incredible output, really. It's not, and it's more assists than goals as well. He still scored 100 goals. It's incredible, really.
So I mean, he's coming in. Obviously, Carlo Ancelotti has just looked at Everton's midfield. It's a problem that we'd had last season. We've all identified it. There was no escaping it. Anyone could have identified it. And they've really made adjustments to that midfield. Obviously, Alan came in. Abdoulaye Doucouré is about to be unveiled. And obviously James Rodríguez. And there's been a lot of chat about James Rodríguez and where he would play. He's obviously versatile. He can play. I've got my own ideas where I think he might play, but these are the positions in which he's played the majority of his games, really, in certain positions. So a right wing, so high up the pitch, 77 appearances, 28 goals and 27 assists, which again aren't bad numbers at all.
Again. So this is in his first season under Ancelotti with Real Madrid. He played majority in this position, obviously with Benzema and Ronaldo on the wing. One of front three.
Not bad.
But no, not bad at all. And so he can play there. So it would be best to use him in a 4-3-3 in that situation. I would guess where he would be the third, and obviously with Charleston and move to the left, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin would be your centre point of the three. But yeah, that's a position he can play well. He'll be able to cut inside on his left foot then, cross, shoot, which is obviously where he can score his goals. So we could use him there. You could use him in the 4-4-2, I guess, on the right wing. Because you'd have the same on the other side. So then there was a 4-2-2-2, which we've seen. We haven't really had success with. I guess it depends what Carlo wants to do and what he's been doing in pre-season in terms of training on formations. But I think as a right winger, I think he would offer us an option there. Obviously, he's versatile, so we can play other positions though.
Interesting to see whether that's where he goes. Left wing, which some people have talked about with the left wing, we've got 59 appearances, 20 goals and 20 assists when he's played in that position. I get the impression
that he doesn't really fail anywhere he plays, does he really?
Looks quite good, doesn't he? Yeah.
So, no, with left wing, I think in a 4-4-2 is the left side of midfielder. And in Carlo's system, the left side of midfield sort of comes inside as your 10. That's where he'd be thrive. That would be his position, of course. Yeah. And that would be great because he could then. The problem is we probably haven't got the right winger yet. We'll see what happens later in the window. But we probably need the right winger if that was to. But again, options, versatility allowed us to change our system.
Yeah, definitely. From there we go to a deeper position at left midfield where he's been used 4 times. No goals, no assists there. So Carlo swerved that position. We've got here, when he's playing in a more central role there, 30 appearances, 7 goals, 17 assists.
So this is the position he played for Bayern Munich for Carlo, as an 8 and a 3. So the 3 would be either...
And this is the position I think you would like to see him for Everton,
I would really like to see him. I like a 4-3-3 with 8. Similar to how Coutinho used to play for Liverpool in the 3. You have him driving from midfield and creating things and pulling teams apart, which we didn't have this season. We haven't really had the create, and this is where I'd like to see him play. I think it'd save his legs somewhat as well from not playing on the wing. He can then drift in between the lines, and obviously now having Doucouré and Allen, we've got people who can actually pass forward to and find them in positions, which is key. But this is where I want to see him play, because I think he can manipulate sides and create for Charleston and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Again, we probably need the right side, the right winger. Alex Iwobi can't really play on the right side. You'd Bernard. You look at Theo Walcott then. So a right winger would be key to that. But again, this is the position I want him to play, because I think overall this is where it suits him best for Everton. You've got Allen, Decore, and obviously hopefully when Gabam and Gomez can play in that position as well. When Gabam gets back, you've got a proper 6 behind them then, and then you can allow them to play then. So it gives us a lot of versatility. This is just my preference because I think he can cause the most damage in this position.
In that position with that left foot.
Yeah.
He's also played up front as a striker in one game. Didn't have a rarity for him. Never scored a goal.
As a false nine.
Yeah. And then obviously this position, which is
number 10. Yeah.
The number 10 role, which again I've seen people talking about whether Everton would play a 4-3-1-2 and have him in the 10.
I think you go 4-2-3-1. I know people don't love that formation, but Gylfi Sigurdsson, James Rodríguez, you've got a player who's much more creative and open play. Don't get me wrong, Gylfi does create.
Then again, though, we would need, for me personally, I think then we need a right winger, don't we?
You do, but Iwobi or Bernardo Gordon could play the left side role because I think they've done. Well, Bernard played for left in the 4-2-3-1 for Schalke.
Yeah.
Iwobi played left on the 4-2-3-1 for Arsenal. So they've got, and I think Gordon will be fine. They're cutting inside on his right foot. But having him as the number 10, like the Riquelme style playmaker, I think that's another position. So there you go. There's 3 systems. Everton play 4-3-3, 4-4-2. The diamond, as you said, 4-1-2-1. There's options, or 4-3-1, 4-3-1-2. There's options. There's 4 systems there that Carlo can play, which means depending on the opponents and depending on what weaknesses they discover in that team, it gives us the option to play. Then I think the midfield, the additions of the midfield players, now we've got midfielders who can do different things. You've got Decore, who obviously can get forward in the box, but also is active off the ball. Alan, who can be either a destroyer or he can sit as well, or he play a box-to-box player. You've got Gabam, who can play as a 6 or a box-to-box player. Gomez, who can, Gomez is actually super in a 4-3-3 if you decide to play James as a right winger, because you could then do that. You could have Decore bombing on into the box as the 8. And you could have Gomez as more your Xavi link player who can link play. Takes it off Alan. Alan wins the ball back, gives it to Gomez. Gomez links it around the pitch. So it gives us a plethora. We'll use the word plethora of options. Yeah, that's what we want. So it's good. I think it adds versatility to the squad. Don't be wrong. I think Carlo will enjoy playing the 4-4-2. He still wants to play the 4-4-2, but I think we'd be better with a 3 in midfield for me. But
well, I think
I trust the man.
It's options, isn't it? I mean, James has played 119. Games at that number 10 role, 31 goals, 37 assists. So, I mean, it's just from looking at it, his numbers are absolutely incredible, aren't they? And that's what, quite clearly, what Everton will be looking to do anyway with them is to create that versatility, really, to be able to change through systems. But I think, I mean, he's a fantastic footballer. It'll be key to keep him fit. I think he's a difference maker. Yeah. And I don't think you can ever have too many difference makers, but he's also a left-footed as well. But he's a fantastic footballer.
Yeah, his strengths obviously his passing, shooting, his vision, his intelligence, the way his spatial awareness of where players are. And, you seen with that goal in the World Cup where he just knew where the goalkeeper was, and it's sweet as folly, you'll see. So things like that, it's not a con or a weakness. He's not like super fast over 5 yards. What he is though is he's clever. Is he doesn't use his dribbling to beat like multiple people. He uses it to create angles and half a yard so he can get the angle on the pass or the shot, which is all you need really of a player of his standard, because he needs half a yard and half a look to create something or score. So that's why I think we still need the right winger, because we still lack a tiny bit of penetration and pace on that right hand side. But hey, beggars can't be choosers, can't they? I guess
it's gonna be very interesting to see where he plays. There's no denying it. His numbers have proved there. He's an absolutely fantastic footballer, and it's key for Everton.
Yeah, I think you've got a manager who knows how to use him.
Exactly, and that's the thing, isn't it? He trusts the manager. The manager trusts him, and hopefully Everton and Colombia will benefit from him playing regularly and staying fit, and he can have a fantastic impact on an Everton side that, let's be honest, last season was devoid of creativity massively at times. So, a huge upgrade. I'm really, really excited to see him playing for Everton. I can't wait to see him and see him getting on the ball with that left foot and scoring and creating goals for us, and it's going to be exciting, that's for sure, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it brings excitement to the fan base. As I said last season, we need someone who's going to get us off our seats. Is the player who's going to get the fans off the seats again in the Gladys Street?
Let's get back in the Gladys Street and
let
them see what it's like. So, there you go. Let us know what you think about where James Rodríguez fits in at Everton. What position would you like to see him? You've seen all the numbers there. The majority of them proves that he can play anywhere. He's that good a footballer. But where do you think James Rodríguez will be best suited? Any Colombian watchers? We've had loads of Colombian viewers over it. Where, in your opinion, is James best suited for Everton. Where can Everton get the most out of him? Big thanks to Andy. Make sure you subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and if you want more videos, join us over on Patreon. See you later.